Folks, we've all heard the expression, the right tools for the job or tools of the trade. So therefore, I wanted to take a minute and talk about the rods that we used to be successful during the championship. Now the first rod, and probably the most critical within the setup, was actually a prototype rod for us. It's a 9-foot 2-inch telescoping blank. It's a rod that we call the snare rod. A lot of you are familiar with our winter snare rod. We've been working on a summer version and it's pretty cool. It's a slow action type of rod, so it's actually a moderate fast action we'd call it. It's medium in overall power. Now with this rod, what we do is we actually just set it right in the rod holder. I'm running this on 8-pound monofilament, okay, a 1-ounce bottom bouncer. Now I like the bottom bouncers that are just a single arm. That'll actually slide along on the line. I don't know why, they just seem to catch more fish. Maybe it's a mental thing, but that's what I prefer. And then a prepackaged crawler harness. This one is a Northland brand. I relied on a gold hammered. Dylan was liking the purple. Both seem to work fine. Probably produce the same amount of fish. Just a 2-hook harness. So we just hooked the crawler up, and this basically ran right alongside the boat. It wasn't but 5 to 10 feet back behind the boat. So basically right underneath the boat. And we just set this rod right in the rod holder. And with that slow, light tip, as you saw in the video, fish would essentially catch themselves on that. So we were just watching the rod, and as soon as that started to load, we would just pick up the rod and the fish was on. So really a critical rod in our setup. Now the second rod that we utilized, North Dakota, you can have 2 rods. Okay, was a 7'3" JTX light. Again, a light power, a little bit of a slower action, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But first of all, the setup. Half-ounce bullet weight, tungsten bullet weight, down to a swivel, and then a Max Smiley blade. These blades have just been killer for me over the years. And then slow depth type hook, must-add slow depth type hook. That allows that crawler to twirl and gives it a lot of action. With that, with this setup, I should say, we were able to get that away from the boat and away from our main setup. So we got those separation between the line, which I think is really critical. In 6 to 8 feet of water, a lot of times, even if the water's dark, you will kick those fish off to the sides, but then they come back in around. And I think we got a lot of spooked fish on our secondary rods. So it's really critical having that separation. So again, those are 2 rods we used. Thanks for watching.